Have you ever wondered what Google Drive and sharing actually means? Well, when we think Google Drive, we're thinking about keeping all of our documents in our cloud based space, but we also want to have that collaborative nature where we can share that pretty easily with anyone else. And that is what Google Drive can do for you. So, when we're thinking about all of these applications from docs all the way to drawings, you have that capability of sharing anything that you want other access for other individuals to have, but it's at your control as the owner of that information. So when you're in your drive, you can do this as simply as if there's a folder of information that you want to share by going to that folder and clicking that share option. But for today, we're going to kind of look at that. What about if it's just a particular piece of information that we want to share? And in this situation, that sharing is the slide. When you click on the share options, what generates for you is our domain and its defaults. So for us, that is anyone at Southern Ohio ESC can view the information. It's automatically set to that. But we might also want to change that to not just them, but maybe there's specific people. When we invite people, we're putting in those names, and in our domain, it starts picking up some of those names that you've shared with before. And you have the ability to put those in there, allow a message to be added. Sometimes they appreciate that because if you're like me, you have a lot of information that's been shared with you, and you don't necessarily go into the shared with me folder to find who shared things with you. You can put that message in there and it'll shoot a notification via email to that person. It will default to edit. So in this particular situation, I have shared this document with this individual and it's on an edit situation, which basically means they have the same access I do. They can manipulate the document in any way. If I wanted to change that and I just wanted kind of their perspective on it and what they would change or what they wouldn't change, I can change that to comment. Or if I just want them to have access to it and maybe give them an opportunity to look at it for themselves, maybe add it to their drive as their own copy, they get the view option. The other piece that you can do is maybe it's time sensitive. You only want them to be able to have access to this for a certain amount of time. You can set an expiration as small as 7 days or 30 days, or even customize the date. That allows then for you to give them all of these access rights, but then put that expiration in there so that you have that timeliness and the information that you need. The other piece that you can do that might be helpful is thinking about if I gave these individuals access, do I want them to be able to share that additionally with other people and add other people into these editing rights? If I don't, a simple click on preventing those editors would limit that access. The other piece that you can do is sometimes when we're sending stuff out, we just solely want view only, and we're not necessarily wanting individuals to be able to add that to their drive or download it or print it in any way. You can disable that option. All of these, though, require that save changes in order to change it. But maybe it's not as simple as just adding an individual or preventing editors or even getting rid of that option to download, print, or copy. Maybe what we need is more than just anyone within our domain. So if that's the situation, what you need to do is select this change here under anyone with the Southern Ohio ESC link can view and change that to anyone public on the web, anyone with the link, anyone within our ESC, or if you just want it off with specific people. Any of these radio buttons would allow for you again to change that from the can view, which is the default, to edit or comment. Once you've selected what that needs to be, you're going to select save and it will populate a new link to share. So it's really important that you check this page before you exit. In this situation, what this is telling me, if I share this link with anyone outside of our domain, they would be able to access the document in a view only way. Individuals that I've added below currently have edit right. That's why I have that pencil. And once I'm finished with this, all I have to do is select done. And that's how you save.